Everything just changed with the New York Knicks as Jalen Brunson's injury has been revealed after he went down clutching his ankle against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now the New York Knicks, knowing Brunson's injury, are going to have to figure out a game plan of some life without Brunson and guys to step up in the meanwhile while Brunson recovers from this injury. And we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into things as always. Guys, if you're part of that 68% that's not subscribed to Knicks Digest yet, this is the place to be for all New York Knicks content. We have a bunch of fun videos, great live streams as well. You guys do not want to miss out. We actually have a live stream going up just a few seconds after I post this video, but wanted to get this video out first as well. So tune into the live stream also. But let's jump into it because I'm not going to make you guys sit around and wait for too long. We all know what happened. We all saw Jalen Brunson roll his ankle, whether you stayed up late for that game in OT where the Knicks lost to the Lakers, or if you just woke up to the absolute chaos that was the New York Knicks potentially being without Jalen Brunson for some time after his injury was very much the biggest topic on Knicks social media today. And well, now it's been revealed by Ian Begley what Jalen Brunson suffered when he went down with the injury. Get ready, guys, the moment of truth. You think I was just happy for no reason? No. The x-ray on the injury last night came back negative per SNY sources familiar with the matter. Initial image showed no broken bones for the all-star guard, which is an excellent sign. And that's not all, guys. There is more as well. And guys, I think it's really important to note here that Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go. We all know this. And a lot of people were freaking out because, well, Jalen Brunson, without him, the Knicks have not been good. He's the only answer they have in any clutch situations. The Knicks, on top of everything they've done right this season, it's mainly been Jalen Brunson's world that we're all living in. Karl-Anthony Towns has been great as well, putting up 24 and 13. Absolutely, he has. And the Knicks core has been solid as well. But when it comes down to it, when it comes down to brass tacks, this team runs on Jalen Brunson. It's been this way since Brunson signed with the Knicks for the last 3 years. Jalen Brunson has dictated how far the Knicks will go. It's all, at the end of the day, on his shoulders. He's the superstar in New York. He's the captain of this team for a reason. The man took the massive pay cut in order to help the New York Knicks continue to succeed. Jalen Brunson is everything someone ever could have asked out of a superstar, which makes it even more painful when you see him go down with an injury. And fans tend to get a little bit more jumpy at what happened and maybe incorrectly post some stuff. So I understand everyone saw him go down, and even myself, I saw him grab his heel, and I was like, did he just tear his Achilles? Well, I can answer that question for you guys. You ready? No, he didn't. He didn't. He did not tear his Achilles. It's not that bad of an injury, guys. It's really not. I'm not going to make you guys wait around anymore. Ian Begley revealed that the Knicks are listing Jalen Brunson with a right ankle sprain and Mitchell Robinson with the injury recovery as out for tonight versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Robinson presumably isn't ready to play back-to-backs. Precious Achiuwa is questionable with left hamstring tightness. Now look, seeing Mitchell Robinson play, we've known this. I've said it for a while on this channel. When Mitchell Robinson returned, there was no way he was going to be playing in back-to-backs, which is completely fine. You want Mitch ready for the playoffs. You don't need to rush him back. Jalen Brunson has been revealed to have a right ankle sprain. It's not bad to hear that. Now, it doesn't mean they're completely out of the woods. Obviously, there's high ankle sprains, which this does not appear to be. It does not appear to be a high ankle sprain. So now it's the matter of, is it a grade 1 ankle sprain, which is 1 week to 2 weeks? Is it a grade 2 ankle sprain, which is 3 weeks to 6 weeks? Or a grade 3, which could be up to 8 to 10 weeks. Might not necessarily be that long, but grade 3 could require surgery, as a grade 3 ankle sprain means you've tore all the ligaments in your ankle at that point. Grade 2 means there's some ligament tearing, but not much, and grade 1 means there's a little ligament damage, but no tearing. Where Jalen Brunson's at is a mystery. However, what we do know is that Brunson was able to get up and walk off the court, which not many people are going to do with a grade 3 ankle sprain because of how sensitive the ankles are. There's so many nerves in the feet. I mean, a third of your bones are in your feet. So you have to understand, injuries are weird. Yeah, we saw Kevin Durant walk off the court with a torn Achilles. We've seen people walk off the court with a torn ACL. Ankle sprains are just painful. They suck. And well, some guys have not walked off the court with torn Achilles and ACLs as well. Some guys have, some guys don't. It depends on the level of the tear usually, and also pain thresholds, which everyone has a different one. That's just genetics. But with Jalen Brunson, The man walked off the court. He didn't really require much help to get off the court. The chiropractor came out, as someone mentioned in the comments, and they sent him away because it wasn't really necessarily needed. It's not like there was any real dislocations. There could have been a few subluxations, which is essentially partial dislocation that doesn't fully pop out or anything. I've said that phrase a lot back when Julius Randle a year ago had the shoulder dislocation, and essentially the following subluxations of his shoulder was what made the Knicks ultimately shut him down for the year. I don't think Jalen Brunson's getting shut down for the year. I don't think Jalen Brunson's going to be out till the playoffs. I don't think he's going to miss a single playoff game. I really don't think that Brunson's going to be out that long. Look, the fact is the man is coming off landing on Austin Reeves' foot. It's an unfortunate incident. I really hate the idea of, oh, well, this guy did it on purpose because he went for the rebound. No one's doing this on purpose. The whole Giannis injured Kyrie in 2021. No, he did not. There's very few purposeful injuries. The only one I've ever seen that I'll classify as someone purposely injuring someone is Joel Embiid pulling Mitchell Robinson's foot down, because that one was literally very egregious. Outside of that, even when Bam Adebayo is being very physical to the point where it's reckless, I'm not saying he's purposely injuring people. I would classify that as recklessness that has unsurprising outcomes based off recklessness. Jalen Brunson is in a situation now where the Knicks should just give him as much time as humanly possible. Look, Tom Thibodeau is going to have to figure out a way. Wow, Jalen Brunson's head is big, but it's all right. He's the GOAT. He can do whatever the hell he wants. But also, I guess he's closer in the image. But maybe Tom Thibodeau was a small head. This does not matter. Look, Tom Thibodeau is going to have to figure out some sort of life without Jalen Brunson for the coming week or two, potentially longer, but at least for the next week or two. And clearly the New York Knicks are a much better team when Jalen Brunson's on the floor compared to when he's off the floor. No surprise there. Jalen Brunson's one of the best players in the NBA. He's been a top 10 player this season, an all-star starter, putting up 26.3 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 7.4 assists, while shooting 49% from the field and 38% from 3, with 42% on corner threes as well. Jalen Brunson's phenomenal off the ball. He's phenomenal on the ball. He's one of the best scorers in basketball. He's the most clutch player in the NBA this season. He just does everything that you could possibly ever ask for out of a leader and a point guard. So Jalen Brunson is essentially now kind of just on the road back. The Knicks, they took the MRI. That has not been revealed, but a sprained ankle means that there's not anything so crazy about it. Yes, it could be a grade 3 ankle sprain, and this is the time that we do have to talk about it. The New York Knicks are very, very secretive with injuries, guys. This is not the first time we've seen this. We've seen the New York Knicks kind of hide injuries when it came to Julius Randle, when it came to Mitchell Robinson, when it came to a bunch of different players. There's always been this vagueness with their injuries that Leon Rose likes to instill, as they like to keep things in-house, so other teams and everyone doesn't have to know what all the intricate details of the Knicks are. It's a good front office move. I actually 100% agree with it. I think it's the right call, but it does definitely mean that Jalen Brunson, it could be worse. It could be a grade 3 ankle sprain, but that now is the worst case scenario. It was always one of the worst case scenarios, but now that there's no breaks or anything, that's a good sign, because usually if you get a grade 3 ankle sprain, there's a very high likelihood, as someone mentioned in the comments, with the subluxations of the bones, there is a higher likelihood that if you're going to roll your ankle like that and there's torn ligaments, there's a much higher chance, and this is not me pretending to be some doctor. This is just rational understanding of ankle sprains, because I've sprained my right ankle like 4 friggin' times. I didn't know this. It wasn't I sprained my ankle. It was a grade 2 sprain. I fractured it. I didn't know until I got an x-ray 3 weeks ago. I rolled my ankle 3 years ago. So fractures are common when you also sprain an ankle. There's a high likelihood that you're going to damage a bone as well. No bone damage is an excellent sign for Jalen Brunson. Brunson's a big guy. He's tough. He can handle a hit. He's not this small, dainty point guard the way you see a guy like Trae Young, who it feels like if a few NBA players crashed into him, Trae Young might disintegrate into thin air like Thanos snapped his fingers or something. Imagine if Zion Williamson was running at the hoop, goes up for a dunk, and Trae Young jumps on it. Trae Young might get sent through the floor. Jalen Brunson's a bigger, stouter guy. He's got bone density. He's not very, I'm not calling Jalen Brunson fat when I say he's not very thin. He's just not one of those skin and bones point guards the way that you see, Trae Young or Bones Highland, for instance, who are really, really thinner guys. I mean, Emmanuel quickly has gained a lot of muscle on his frame, but still, he's a thinner guy. Jalen Brunson has some muscle. He has some bone density on that. He's not just all, thin and movable. He's a very stout dude. So it's a good sign that he can handle a hit, and it seems as if with it just being an ankle sprain, that's a very good sign. I mean, the Knicks with Jalen Brunson, since he signed with the team, they're averaging 115 points per game while going 128 and 78, 50 games over 500. Now, when Jalen Brunson's not there, they put up 113 points per game in the 20 games that he's missed, and they are 9 and 11. So not a good sign at all when Jalen Brunson is not around. The team needs him in order to be their best selves. It's no surprise. It's just the way that the New York Knicks are because they're a team that runs on Jalen Brunson. Now, the Knicks are going to have to find some other guys to step up here, and obviously Karl-Anthony Towns is one of them. No surprise there. Karl-Anthony Towns is now the best player in the Knicks for the time being while Jalen Brunson recovers from his injury. And I actually do have a Karl-Anthony Towns update for you guys as well. That video will come out this weekend. We have a ton of stuff this weekend, so you guys do want to make sure to be subscribed. But there are two guys specifically who I think need to be highlighted for stepping up. One of them is Deuce McBride. He's going to be the starting point guard while Jalen Brunson's out. Not a great playmaker. It's the biggest weakness of him being a point guard. It's why the Knicks more play him at shooting guard. But Deuce McBride's going to get the starts because he's the best player there, and he absolutely should be starting because he's the best player on the bench, and he deserves it. So Deuce, 9 points per game this season with 2.5 rebounds and 2.5 assists while shooting 36.6% from 3 and 41% from the field. So solid numbers for sure from Deuce. Good 3-and-D guy. Again, he's not a bad playmaker. He's not a great playmaker for a point guard, but he's more of a combo guard anyway. Gets 1 steal per game. Will be able to hold it down for the New York Knicks a good amount. Obviously, Josh Hart's playmaking does kind of help with also Karl-Anthony Towns. Both of them are above average playmakers for their positions, so that'll help. But definitely the Knicks are going to be without some playmaking unless they play Tyler Kolek, and I will do a Tyler Kolek video as well this weekend. A lot of stuff to talk about, obviously, with the fallout of the Brunson injury. And on top of that, Mikal Bridges just has to be better. His season numbers are not bad. 17 points per game, 3 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Not bad numbers at all. 1 steal per game. But he's got to be better. This is not the Mikal Bridges that we all know. The man has been struggling a lot recently. Over the last 10 games, he's had 120-plus game. Remember, the Knicks did trade 6 first-round picks for the guy. I know some of them are swaps, and a lot of these are picks in the 20s. And now it feels like they could have allocated those picks a little bit better. But Mikal Bridges is still a great player just trying to find his way. And I do kind of blame Tom Thibodeau for this because the Knicks just have to find a way to utilize all the offensive tools they have. And they're not doing that properly. And that's got to change. And it'll help Mikal Bridges' game out a ton. We know Mikal can catch fire. And we also know that Mikal is a guy who's always throughout his entire career gone through peaks and valleys of the way he plays. It's also part of the thing. He plays every single game and he plays heavy minutes. So sometimes he's just going to be gassed and not be able to perform the way that fans and just everyone expects/hopes him to. But I do think Mikal Bridges is a very, very good player. I think he's become very underrated by Knicks fans. The defense is becoming atrociously underrated. On top of that, he will have more offensive chances now, which usually leads to a better Mikal Bridges, especially as of recently. He still needs to find that hybrid between the Phoenix Mikal and the Nets Mikal that he struggled to find, but he's gone through stretches where he's shown that's possible. Now we're going to see Mikal in a bigger role. We'll see OG in a bigger role. We'll see Cat in a bigger role. We're going to see how this New York Knicks team can fare without Jalen Brunson for a little bit, but it does not seem like it'll be for that long. I know this was a long video, but obviously Jalen Brunson going down with an injury is kind of the biggest topic the Knicks could have right now. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Knicks.